What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be covering the 4 pros and 4 cons that I've experienced living here in Henderson, Nevada. Alright, so first off, if you are here and you're new to the channel, welcome. On this channel, guys, I do vlogs, I do fitness, I do mindset. I cover a wide range of topics. So if that's something that you're interested in and you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and also hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. That way it gets out to more people. So hopping right into it, there's going to be 4 pros and 4 cons of living here in Henderson. Now, I don't live in like deep Henderson, which is close to Boulder City. I live more in Green Valley area. So if you're not familiar with that, it's about 10 minutes from the international airport and probably about 15 minutes from the strip. So it's relatively close to everything without being super far from everything. And I guess that would be pro number 1 is you're very close to, again, the airport. You're very close to the strip. You're very close to nightlife, entertainment, all that stuff if you are into that. But the positive about it is you're not right in it. So if you're somebody like me, I don't like to be immersed in the craziness all the time. So for me, being farther away from it is great. And then if I want to go do it, it's just a short drive, and you could also Uber very cheap as well. So that would be probably pro number 1 is just the accessibility to all of the nightlife and all of the events and all of the fun stuff, I guess you could say, without being right in the craziness. Also over here in where I live, there's the Green Valley Ranch, and there's also like the Sunset Station. There's like the Fiesta casino down the road. So there is a lot of like casinos over here as well that are more local, that aren't so, touristy, which is cool. I don't personally gamble, but sometimes they have like movie theaters in there. They have bowling alleys. They have events for like games. They have really good restaurants. So if you are not really a gambler, but you like to just go to these type of places, then you're gonna really like this area. Pro number 2 would be right where I am. This is, again, Green Valley area. So there's a lot of stores right over here. I live off of Wigwam Parkway and Stephanie. So it's right off of the 215, super accessible. The gym I go to is literally not even half a mile away. We have an awesome gym here at my apartment, but I personally like to work out at an actual gym. Across from the gym, there's an Albertsons. Across from my apartment here, we have a Starbucks. There is a Winco, which is a grocery store. That's usually where I go. There's also like tons of fast food restaurants just down the streets of Walmart. There's a Walmart Supercenter. There's a Target just down the street. This is all within 2 miles. You got a mall, you got Vitamin Shop, you've got Best Buy. Everything that you're gonna need is gonna be right here within a 2-mile drive, which is amazing because I literally fill up on gas like once to twice a month now, whereas other times I've lived like close to one thing but then really far from something else, and there was never like a good middle ground. But here everything is super close. I have like 5 Starbucks within a 2-mile radius. There's an Albertsons, there's the Winco, there's a Smith's, there's also a Sprouts, there's a Whole Foods. Like everything is right here. So if you're somebody who wants to save time and not having to be in the car driving around just to go to get Chipotle or just to go get groceries or something, then this would be an awesome spot for you to consider. All right, benefit number 3 would be kind of coming back to the first one, and that is it is a very quiet area. So this area has a very homey feel to it that I haven't been able to find anywhere else in Vegas. I've been over in Summerlin, which is where I was originally considering. I've been over by the Strip, which obviously when people think of moving to Vegas, they think of the Strip, but the more I was over there, I did not want to be anywhere near that. So for me, this area was great because it's super quiet. It's very like family friendly, but there's also a lot of young people over here as well. It's kind of like a good mix of everything. Traffic's not crazy, and overall I really like this area. There's also a lot of newer apartments over here. So if you're somebody who's looking to move over in this area, definitely check it out because there's apartments going up every day all over the place. and they usually have pretty good prices, especially right now, depending on where you're coming from. Now, I know that the apartments here are cheaper than where I used to live in Orlando and Florida, and the apartments are way cheaper than where I lived in Los Angeles. So pretty much anywhere you're coming from, if you're coming from a major city, it's going to be very affordable to live here. So again, I like this area for just how quiet it is. If you're not looking for an apartment, there's tons of houses, tons of neighborhoods, tons of condos as well in the area. All right, now we're going to get into the cons. So con number one would be if you are somebody who likes to hang out near the Strip, you are somebody who maybe works in Summerlin, maybe you work in the Northwest Valley, this would probably not be a good area for you because the valley is quite big. So just to go to Summerlin, you're looking at about 15 miles, 20 miles sometimes, depending on where in Summerlin you're going. If you're going up to the Northwest Valley, you are going to be 30, 35 miles each way. Now, the great thing is Vegas is pretty much accessible to all the freeways. So you can get to the Northwest Valley in under 30 minutes, which is fantastic. But all that mileage does add up. So if you're going out there every day, you're going to be putting almost 100 miles on your car round trip. So it's just something to consider if you are going to live in this area. Try to work closer in this area. And there is a lot of, like I said, shops all over this vicinity. So this is definitely somewhere that if you don't currently have a job, you probably could find one pretty easily, especially if you have skills. Con number two would be it's a super calm lifestyle. So for me, I moved from LA, and LA was just, as you know, it's just go, 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 go. It's not like New York City fast, but it's a very fast-paced lifestyle. Everybody around you is very hungry. Everybody is very ambitious. People are trying to excel themselves, where coming here kind of reminded me of Orlando. It's a super calm lifestyle. There's not a lot of like super growth minded set people here. So that is one thing that I kind of haven't liked about this area is when I was in LA, I always felt the drive to do more and be around certain people. And, you know, I was always pushing myself. Whereas over here, because it is more affordable and not having that type of fast paced lifestyle, I've found that I've tried sometimes, not that I've tried, but I've kind of fallen back into just being complacent sometimes. And that's something that I don't like because I am a very ambitious person. I always want to grow and I always want to become better. So if you're somebody who is, you know, you're very young, you're very ambitious, this might not be the best area for you. Maybe you want to go more towards the Strip. You know, maybe you want that faster pace of lifestyle. There's a lot of very nice apartments that are in the high rises on the Strip, etc. But overall, if you're looking for that fast pace to always be moving, then this would not be a great area for you. Okay, con number three would be that a lot of the apartments here are actually the older type of style. I don't know, coming from LA, this was not as common anymore. And then even in Orlando, this was not very common with newer construction. But here, all of the apartments that are basically being built are still like you park outside your door, you know, you have this staircase up, and there's not a whole lot of security as far as the apartments go. It's very convenient, and I actually prefer it because when I was in LA, I had to park underground, I had to go up an elevator, I had to walk down a hallway just to get to my apartment, and sometimes I had to wait forever for an elevator. But if you're somebody who maybe doesn't like stairs, maybe you are, you know, you have some sort of disability, maybe you have a wheelchair, I don't know, then finding apartments here is going to be a little more tough. You're going to have to either be on the first floor, which obviously is not as secure because anybody can walk up to your window, or you have to find a community that has the elevators in the building, which I only know of one in this area. I only know of one that actually has elevators. So that could be a little bit of a downfall for some of you. I know a lot of people like the security factor of, you know, having that hotel style interior entrance. You park, you use your key card to get in, you go down the hallway, and then you end up in your apartment. So that's something that's not very easy to find here. Again, I prefer it this way because then I can just park outside, I walk right up my stairs, and I'm inside my apartment in less than 30 seconds. So something to consider. All right, con number 4 would be if you're telling your friends or family, people from other areas of the United States or other countries, whatever, that you live in Henderson, people are going to say, where is that? People are not going to be familiar with Henderson. So typically you just say you're from Las Vegas because it's the Las Vegas Valley. And it's the same thing as the Strip. The Strip is actually located in a city called Paradise, Nevada. It's actually not even in Las Vegas. So just something to consider. Not a huge factor by any means for me, and I don't think it should be for you when deciding where you want to live. But just be aware when you tell people that you live in Henderson, it's not going to have that same wow factor or recognizable name as just saying you live in Las Vegas. So that's really the last con, guys. Overall, if you are somebody who likes a slower pace, relaxed lifestyle where you live, and then you want to be able to go to the higher energy nightlife or just be close to an airport, this would be an excellent spot for you, especially if you have a family. So those are just some pros and cons that I've come across while living here. If you live here and you have some, share some down in the comments below. If you have any questions for me about the area, definitely drop them down in the comments below as well. And if you have not checked out the apartment tour that I posted, I'm going to once again put the card probably down in the description because I can only put it one time on the video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.